What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is great to see you all. As you can see, a lot has changed and I've got a new segment. Roll that intro. So, Food Fact Friday. This segment is all going to be about nutrition facts and how it helps you achieve your goals. As you can see, I've got a new studio. So before I get into this week's topic, which is going to be how to calculate your calories and your macro split, let's just do some creamy B-roll footage of what I've put together for you. So I really hope you guys like the look of what you see. I put a lot of work into it and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Hopefully now this has become kind of like synonymous with my channel for sitting down and chatting to you like this one-to-one if we're not outside or training or something or whatever. So, Food Fact Friday, alright? I'm going to tell you how to calculate your calories and then from that I understand and work out your macronutrients. So, the information that I'm getting from here is from the Nutrition, Health and Weight Management Manual by the Body Type Nutrition Academy, the guys who I did my foundation academy with. So all the information is there. If you want to understand a bit more about nutrition, go and check them out. BTN Academy, Google that. So what I'll do now is I'm going to explain to you how to calculate your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. I'm sure everyone's heard of this before. So your BMR is the amount of energy you expend if you were to lie down and not do anything for 24 hours. So, to understand this, what you need to do is do a calculation to figure out at base level, what those calories are. Here we go. Calculating your basal metabolic rate. Now, there is something called the Harris-Benedict equation. Now, this is a complicated equation to use to figure out exactly to the kilocalorie how much calories you need per day. I'll put it up on the screen. I'm going to read it from here because it's a lot for me to remember. Yeah, it's complicated. Don't worry, I've got a simpler way of doing it. Now, as I said, that is ridiculously complicated, okay? I'll put them up on the screen so hopefully you can see them and be like, oh God, that's a lot. It looks complicated. If you want to be exactly to the calorie, then get a calculator, work it out. However, if you just want to, as close as you can be, there's a really simple way of doing it. It's not 100% accurate and it's not down to the very gram, but it's a good way of doing it. So for men, take your body weight in kilograms and times it by 24. That should give you your basal metabolic rate, roughly. For women, take your body weight in kilograms, times it by 22. A lot easier, yeah? We've identified your basal metabolic rate, yeah? So that's if you were to lie down and do nothing all day. The next thing you have to do is times that by an activity multiplier. So the amount you move and what you do, okay? Depending on who you are, everyone's different. So we call this to identify your TDEE, your total daily energy expenditure. Are five levels of times in by, so you can get an accurate calorie intake to sustain your current level of activity. If you don't do any exercise, you drive everywhere, you have an office job, take your basal metabolic rate and times it by 1.2. If you're a light exerciser, say you do 2 to 3 sessions a week and you have an office job, take your basal metabolic rate and times it by 1.375. If you're a moderate exerciser, say for instance you have an office job and you do 4 to 5 sessions a week, or you do 2 to 3 sessions a week and you are on your feet all day, take your basal metabolic rate and times it by 1.55. If you do a lot of exercise, 6 to 7 sessions a week, and a moderately active job, so take your BMR and times it by 1.725. If you're a very heavy exerciser, like top level athlete, take your BMR, like say you exercise twice a day, or you have a very manual job, take your BMR and times it by 1.9. Note, these are estimates, okay? You're gonna have to play around with these, but at least it gives you a base level. what you'll then get is when you take your BMR and times it by your activity multiplier, you'll get your TDEE, and that will give you your total daily energy expenditure, the amount of calories you need to sustain your current level of activity. And obviously some people want to put on weight to gain muscle, or lose weight to get better, to lose weight, you know, for whatever reason. So what I'll do now is I'll give you an example, okay? So say you are a 31-year-old woman, all right? You weigh 66 kilos, so you want to lose a little bit of weight, maybe a few kilos, about 150 centimeters high. So your basal metabolic rate would be 1,389. That's with the Harris-Benedict equation, okay? So then discover what, say for instance, your TDEE. So for this, in this example, the TDEE is someone who's a light exerciser, 2 to 3 sessions a week. Okay, so you take your BMR, so 1,389, and times by 1.375, okay? Then what you then get is a total daily energy expenditure of 1,910 calories a day for a woman, okay? So, this is where we talk about your macro split. All depends on your goals. So say for instance this woman wants to lose weight, so her total daily energy expenditure is 1,910 calories and she wants to lose weight. Your average reduction in calories is going to be between 10 and 25%, depending on how you feel. So I would start off small at 10% and then work up from that if you can build it up. I would argue that it's better to have a range, so you're not like fixating on a number. So say 1750 to 1850 a day, because then you're up and down that scale and it'll balance out over time. Calories over a day don't matter. Calories over a week, month, year, obviously. Let's talk about macronutrients. There are 3 macronutrients: proteins, carbs and fats. First of all, you start off with working out your protein. Now it is accepted that you do 2 grams of protein for every kilogram of weight, if you're doing that, or a gram of protein for every pound of weight. Okay, so in this instance, if the example weighs 66 kilograms female, so you do 2 grams of protein for that, for every kilogram of weight. So that's 132 grams of protein a day, okay? Now to understand how many calories that equates to, a gram of protein equals 4 calories, okay? So that's 528 calories a day. We've worked out the protein, now we're gonna move on to the fat. I would stick your fat intake at 25%. What you then do is you take your total daily expenditure, for us this is 1,800 calories, yeah, and then you work out 25% of that. Now that is obviously 450 calories. So you've got your 450 calories of fat a day based on this example. To figure out how many grams that is, you divide it by 9, because there are 9 calories in a gram of fat. So 450 divided by 9 equals 50 grams of fat a day. Work out carbohydrate from the protein and the fat we've made. You then you add the protein calories together with the fat calories. So in this instance, that will give you a total of 980 calories, and you subtract that from your total daily calorie needs. Now we've figured out that we need 820 calories, and we divide that by 4, which is 205 grams of carbs a day. So that gives us our 3 full sets of macronutrients. So you've got the protein at 132 grams of protein a day, fat at 50 grams of fat a day, and then 205 grams of carbs a day. So that is how you work out your calories and your macronutrient split. There we go. The first food fact Friday done. Calculating calories and macronutrient split from it. I intend to do these at least once a month, along with all the other type of content I want to produce. So I'd be really grateful if you could comment down below about what you think about the new studio, new segment kind of thing. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If there's any specific food facts you want me to go about over the channel, more than happy to. Please like the video, because you know it will help me build this channel as things get a lot better. There is a button at the end of this to subscribe to the channel, so please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Got so many great plans for this year. Yeah, so I'm really happy right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you lasted this long, hope you've learned something. So where's the channel going to go next? Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.